Welcome to Sunday Morning Quarterback with Jay Stockwell and Bob Frady.
Yubi, it's the bye week. What's going on?
It's the week where people are working on the football team, but those of us who have spouses are like, what do we do with these guys on Saturday?
I'm sitting here, I'm wearing a baseball jersey. That's how weird I am. Like, I don't even know what's going on. There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do. We went from last Friday night to now, 2 Saturdays with nothing to do. It's distressing for us and for our wives who are like, these guys just go need to watch a football game.
Wait a minute, guys, come in here. You got to say hi to Uncle Bob. Come on in. Just get right behind me. This is George, but we're about to make them famous in Nebraska. This is my son George. This is buddy Soren. They were kind of the hits. They were the hits of the homecoming party last week, from everything I've been able to gather from the intel sources.
Oh yeah, this is a PG show, Jay. Remember, PG-13.
That's right. We
gotta keep it clean. So I had an idea, Jay Stockwell, of how to celebrate the bye week.
Oh, okay. What are we doing?
I think, I've been traveling all over this great country of ours in the last few weeks. I went from California to Minnesota to Wisconsin and back, and I noticed one thing.
What's that?
There's a lot of corn out there. There's corn everywhere. It's not just our great states, not just the corn huskers.
Okay.
But by the way, do you know what the corn huskers' name was before they were the corn huskers?
Yeah, the bug eaters.
The bug eaters.
Yeah, I get that.
Very good. Very good.
I know about the bug eaters.
A sports writer gave us that name. So sports writers can do something after us.
What you have this anti-sports writer thing? These are the guys that are on the scene telling us what's happening, man. Why are you anti-sports writer?
Because I like facts. I don't like opinion.
I read them. I read every single thing I can consume.
I don't need no opinion. I just want facts. Give me the facts.
Okay, and
need your opinion.
You do a pretty good job of giving us the facts.
Best ones do. Anyway, I'm driving all over this country, and I see corn everywhere, and I started thinking about corn, not just the name of our team, the Cornhuskers, because Cornhuskers sounds better than Corn Shuckers. So I thought we'd play a game. We're gonna play a game. It's called Fun with Corn.
Fun with Corn. Okay.
We will give you a lot of facts about corn that I think are hilarious or fun.
So wait a minute, is this the Corncast? Is that what this is?
This is the Corncast, our first ever Corncast. All Nebraska football is essentially a corncast because we're Cornhuskers, but this is one specifically dedicated to the beautiful, beautiful vegetable known as corn.
And hold on, our nickname, our mascot, is not inappropriate in any way, is it? It's perfect. Yeah,
exactly.
It's farmers husking corn, which is a good thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It feeds animals. It feeds people. You can put it in your gas tank. There's lots of use cases for this. And so corn is universally good, right?
Okay.
By the way, did you see Colorado blow a 29-point lead last night? Oh, my God.
That was awesome.
Yeah. There we go. Here we go. Yes.
So, although they probably have like 30 of them because, Okay, so let's start out with some facts about the great state of Nebraska.
By the way, I have my own list. I came prepared.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, on the list of agricultural products for the state of Nebraska, where do you think corn ranks?
Oh, it's got to be probably third.
It is number 2.
Behind soybeans.
Nope. Number 1 is cattle.
Oh, cattle.
Cattle and calves.
But Bob, there's livestock and things you grow are 2 different categories. You can't conflate them.
Yes, you can.
No.
I'm a farmer. No. You're not a farmer because you farm cattle.
How do you equate a cow to a bushel of corn?
Because corn's a living thing too, Jay. Corn's a living thing too.
I know. But let's do the rankings in the context of other vegetables.
Listen, go to the Google and say top agricultural products of any state. Cattle will be on there. So we're not going to argue with the Google today.
All right. So you will then be more precise about what you're saying. But it's the agricultural product ranking is different than the what is grown in Nebraska ranking.
That's why we listen to the exact question before we give our answer now, Jay Stockwell. Because the actual question was, of the agricultural rankings, where does corn rank?
Okay, I've got one for you. I got a question for you.
Hold on. Number 1 is cattle. Number 2 is corn. Number 3 is soybeans. And if you've ever had to bean a field or corn a field, you know that those are opposite rotation crops.
What do you mean by bean a field? What's that mean?
When you plant beans after you plant corn, a lot of times you have to walk through the field and pick out the corn stalks because they keep growing. So you got to go clean up the field. Number 4,
but that's not
hogs.
That's not detasseling. That's not detasseling.
No, that's shucking or husking, if you will.
No.
And number 5, dairy
See,
milk.
you're a city kid. You don't even know what detasseling is. You've never detasseled for it.
I've detasseled more corn, Jay Stockwell, probably than you have.
You know
Because
what?
I come from a family of 6
From
people,
Boston?
all of whom love corn, and we would devour corn faster than animals in the summertime in Massachusetts. Sweet
All right.
corn.
Then I have a quiz for you.
All right, give me the quiz.
What's the average number of kernels on a cob?
800.
How do you know this? That's exactly what
You're just a thin kid, Brady. You don't know nothing about corn.
That's exactly right. Or you might, of course, I did go to the list of questions about corn on the very first thing on Google. So I think you've probably seen it. Okay.
No, didn't see it.
Okay.
Did my research. Research.
Okay. Then how many rows around a cob of corn? How many rows are there?
How many rows around the cob?
Yeah.
I don't know, Jay Stockwell. I suppose it depends upon the varietal of corn that you're growing. Are you talking sweet corn? Are you talking popcorn? Are you talking other kinds of corn?
I'm talking
Because
average year of corn. Average year.
There
of corn.
are 6 types of corn. I suppose you knew that already, and we're going to name them later. Okay.
There are 8. There's 16 on average. 16 rows.
There you go. Now
800 kernels.
Score one for the Stockwell.
800 kernels. You got lucky on that one. All right.
I didn't get lucky yet. Here's some fun facts about Nebraska agriculture, and then we'll get to the corn-specific questions. But I want to cover Nebraska first because we are, first of all, a Nebraska. Nebraska comes before Cornhuskers, so we're at Nebraska first.
Okay.
92% of the state's land in Nebraska is farms and ranches. 92%. Wow. That's huge.
Wow. How many counties are there?
I don't know, Jay. How many counties are there?
93.
There are 93 counties. There you go.
Yep.
Did you know that Nebraska sits on a series of aquifers?
Yes. It's aquifer. It's
aquifers, Caribbean. So, all right, you know that. So, if you took that water out and put it on top of the land, how high would it stack?
200 feet.
39.7 feet. Wow. There's not that much water under there, but that's a lot of water. Okay, Nebraska has 44,000 farms approximately. In the average size, what's the average size of a Nebraska farm, Jay Stockwell?
680 acres.
1,000 acres. That means there's some big ones and there's some not so big ones.
I think 680 is a section. If my friend Tim Harms were here, he would say it's a section.
That's fine. Tim's an actual farmer, so I'm going to take his word for it more than anybody else's. 1 in 4 jobs in Nebraska are agriculture related.
I believe that.
So 25% of the jobs. Nebraska is number 1 for popcorn production.
Yep.
In the U.S. and number 2 in ethanol production in the U.S.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to some corn-specific questions.
Okay.
What are the top 5 countries for corn production?
I'd say U.S., Ukraine, Canada, Brazil, China.
U.S. is number 1. China is number 2.
Okay.
Brazil is number 3. Number 4 is the European Union as a whole. Number 5 is Argentina. And 6 is Ukraine. 7 is India. 8 is Mexico. Okay. Which state produces the most bushels of corn? What are the top 5?
Top 5. Iowa, Nebraska, Indiana, Missouri, Kansas.
You got 3 out of 5 correct. Number 1. You had this question at the first tailgate. You must have been a little bit more hammered than I thought at the first tailgate. And the guy was like, that's impressive. You got him right. Okay. Number 1 is Iowa. Okay. Number 2, Illinois.
Well, hold on. Iowa corn sucks, though. Everyone knows that. Iowa sucks.
We're not judging quality, just volume.
Our corn is way better than Iowa's.
Our corn is way prettier than Iowa's corn. My wife's family is from Iowa. I'm not going to argue that one right there. Number 1 is Iowa. Number 2 is Illinois. Number 3, Nebraska. Number 4, Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
And number 5 is Indiana. Iowa produces almost 3 times as much as Indiana. So the number 1 state is 3 times as much as the number 5 state, which is pretty awesome. What are the top 5 usages for corn in the U.S.?
Ethanol, feeding, food, feeding cattle, seeds, and I don't know what else.
That's 5. You got 4 out of the 5. Okay, number 1 is feed. 39% of all corn in the U.S. is used to feed animals.
Okay.
Number 2, ethanol at 27%. It's amazing. Ethanol. Who knew? That's why the gas prices are so cheap around here. As opposed to California, not enough ethanol.
Yeah.
Number 3 is exports. 16% of our corn crop in the U.S. gets exported. Number 4 is food. That I was shocked. I'm like, why? The reason why I got started on this whole corn journey in the first place is because it's October and there's a bunch of corn still out in the field. I'm like, why is there corn in the field? So much corn. And it's because that's used for feed. And the type of feed that they use, dent corn, lasts longer.
You went to a large language model and like ChatGPT and started peppering it with questions?
No, I went to a large language country. I drove all over the country and I just started figuring it out.
Oh, that's right. This is grounded in your trip across country. I got it.
That's right. Food is number 4 at 9%, and other, which is flour and seeds and polymers, are also at 9%, number 5. Crazy, huh? Only 9% of the corn is grown in this country is used for food. And a third of that is used for high fructose corn syrup.
So from my list, here are some other categories that corn is used for. Interesting. Fireworks, glue, fabric, crayons, fuel, paint, laundry detergent, cosmetics, and plastics. Interesting.
Yeah. In the average supermarket, 4,000 products have corn products in them.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's like corn is everywhere. Okay.
And so a typical supermarket has like 44,000 products. A Costco maybe 20. So a decent percentage.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that we export about 16% of our corn. Who are our top 5 export partners for corn?
European Union, Africa, probably China. No. South America, Mexico, Canada.
You got two correct. Number 1, Mexico. Number 2, Japan. Number 3 is China, which is interesting because China is the second biggest producer, but they're still a net importer. Number 4 is Colombia, and number 5 is Korea. You can't just say South America. That's not a country. I go for the country of South America. Okay.
A lot of time off the coast of Colombia in the P3 Orion. Yes,
That's
sir.
right. I could tell you what I'm doing, but I'd have to kill you. All right. There are 6 major types of corn. Can you name them?
Yes, I can. Dense.
Because you're looking it up right now. As a matter of fact, I can because I just looked it up.
Dent, flint, pod, popcorn, flour, and sweet.
Correct. Very good.
What is the only what percentage of all the corn is sweet corn?
It's about 10%.
Negative 1. It's 1%.
1%. There you go. Yeah. And it's harvested early. So if you see them harvesting early, it's probably sweet corn.
My facts are better than your facts. My facts.
Oh yeah, thanks. You just
I didn't have to drive across the country either. I didn't have to drive across the country to get inspired.
You were getting overwhelmed by the cornucopia of facts here.
I didn't have to drive across the country
to
get inspired to go to Google and write facts about corn.
Okay, dent corn is used for feed primarily. What's it also used for?
Ethanol.
Hurry up, type it in.
Ethanol. I'm
not
typing.
Bourbon.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
which is just a different type of feed, I suppose.
I like that use case. Yes.
Yep. There you go. Okay, and now to wrap it up, we have to finish with some corn jokes. You ready for some corn jokes?
Yeah, let's hear them.
These jokes are corny. Okay. Why was the corn beaten up?
I don't know.
Because it was stalking. What's the best part of a cornfield? The corner. What's a corn's zodiac sign? Capricorn. How do programmers like their corn? Bite-sized. Okay, this is a tough one. This is an intellectual one.
Okay.
What do you call a motel in the middle of a cornfield?
I don't know.
Amazing. And finally, an extra joke, because everybody, this is our favorite joke in the house. How much did the pirate pay for corn? About $1 a year.
All right. Hold on.
So there we go. You got anything? Come on. Come at me, Stockwell.
Okay.
800.
What do you tell Maze after it graduates from high school?
I don't know. Don't get mashed.
Congratulations. What is corn oil used for?
I don't know.
To stop corn from squeaking, obviously.
Wow. You were on a roll there for a bit, Stockwell. You need a pothole. You need to recover. You scroll through a few more of those there, and
how is an ear of corn like an army?
I don't know, Jay Stockwell.
Both have lots of kernels.
There you go. Little military joke to end our corn day. I hope that your hair is as silky as the corn from which we talk.
Well, that's all we got for. Oh, we do. Should we tease about like
nope.
our? Nope.
We have a big surprise. A big surprise for next week. We're gonna keep it to next week. By the way, on our website, you can sign up for our email, and we'll remind you when new ones come out. Not that you want that, but if you did, then just sign up at the email on the website, and we'll send you a reminder that we're gonna publish some more corn-oriented stuff.
All right, UB. Great job. Great. This was your idea. I got to give Uncle Bob credit for the bye-week plan here. So let's end the show like we always do. Go ahead.
Go Big Red!